Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Kari and today I am doing my Booktubeathon TBR. This is my first Booktubeathon as a participant, and to be honest, last year I don't even remember watching it, but I don't remember a lot from last summer, primarily because, again, brain is being filled with more important things at the moment. Anyway, the announcements just went up a couple of days ago, so I decided I was going to do my TBR and hop on the bandwagon. It is from July 30th to August 5th, which means that I can actually read again, so I'm really excited to get into some of these new books and some books that I have had on my shelves for a good long while. Basically the second question, but where we're gonna start, is read a book about something you want to do. If you've been with me or if you've scanned through my videos at all, you may have figured out that I have an obsession with the tutors. I would love to be one, so there happens to be a book called How to Be a Tutor by Ruth Goodman. Since I want to be one, I'm going to read this book. It just makes sense. The next challenge is to read and then watch a book to movie adaptation, and I have three choices for this. My first choice is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. The reason I'm a little bit hesitant about this one is because the movie adaptation doesn't come out until August 17th, which is obviously a little bit past the Booktubeathon date. But I do want to read this book before the movie, and I mean, it's kind of close, so might read this one. I also might read Everything by Nicola Yoon, which I saw in theaters when it came out last November. Maybe it was more than that, I don't remember. But at any rate, the movie's out, and I haven't read the book because I didn't know it was a book. So thinking about reading this one and then going and rewatching the movie, which I remember enjoying. Or if I'm feeling really ambitious, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, because I've seen the movie with Keira Knightley, but I have not read the book. Therefore, I would like to finally read the book, seeing as I have not actually read anything of Jane Austen's, for that matter. And this seems like a good time to maybe be a little ambitious, since I will be coming off a rereading stint. The fourth question is read a book with green on the cover, or challenge rather, and so for this one I went with Willa of the Wood by Robert Beatty. He wrote the Serafina series, which I really enjoyed, and I had this book pre-ordered so it got here, but obviously having a little bit of tough time reading things right now. However, Booktubeathon! So I am very excited to get to this because I just love this cover for whatever reason. I think it's beautiful, and I'm very excited to go back to the Smoky Mountains where this book is set. The fifth challenge is to read a book with the same hat on while you read it. I own no hats. Not a single one. Not a baseball cap, not a cowboy hat, not a nothing. So I'm cheating a little bit because I'm not going to go out and buy a hat for a Booktubeathon. That just seems a little bit excessive. However, I do have these very nice horns that my sister got me when I went to Disney for her birthday last summer. So instead of a hat, I'm going to go with Disney horns. For this challenge, I'm going to read either Treaties, Trenches, Mud and Blood or Big Bad Ironclad by Nathan Hale. These are sort of cartoon historical fictions about their respective time periods. So Civil War, World War I. They are both signed because my mom got them for me. He came to her school where she teaches and she got them signed. I am also very excited about these because they're different than what I would normally read. I don't read a lot of graphic novels, and they're pretty short and they've been on my shelves for several years, so I figure one of these, maybe both of these, we'll see. Next challenge is to read a book with a beautiful spine. And for this one I'm going with Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo, which is a collection of fairy tales, which I also want to read for my 52 book challenge. I might fit some of these others in there too, but at any rate, I just think the spine is really elegant. It's black with sort of a bronze, and the lettering is beautiful. That's why I'm using it for the spine challenge. And then the last challenge, well, before I go back to the first one, is to read 7 books. Technically, I have 7 if I were to read all of the ones that I've previously mentioned, but in case I don't have time to get through Pride and Prejudice and the rest of them, I'm also including Brooklyn by Colm Toibin. I do apologize about the mispronunciation, which was a gift for my birthday from my friend Chelsea. And I don't really know what it's about, but it's short and I'm just gonna try to read. And the other one is Long May She Reign by Rhiannon Thomas. This book is a YA fantasy which I'm having a little bit of trouble with at the moment, but I still want to read this because it sounds interesting. She's 23rd in line for the throne, and suddenly the first 22 get killed off, so guess who's queen? Because it's YA as well, it should be fairly easy for me to read it in a day, and that works really well for this readathon because, you know, you're kind of supposed to try and read 7 books in 7 days. And then the last challenge, which is technically the first challenge, is flip a coin to decide your first read. So I'm using this nice Nicaraguan Cordoba because, well, it just sounded like more fun than using a quarter. I think I'm going to flip it between Willa of the Wood and How to Be a Tutor. Let's see. There is a 1 on this side, and there's a nice, well, currently inverted, pyramid on this side. So the pyramid is going to be Willa, and the 1 is going to be the tutor. Let's find out if I can do this as well. Ready? It is a 1, so I'm going to be reading How to Be a Tutor, which actually works out really well because, I mean, let's be honest, I have a slight obsession with the tutors. So I'm going to start with that book when the readathon comes along at the end of July. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button down below. I am going to be trying to do the video challenges for Booktubeathon as well when those get posted. We're going to see how this goes. But I'm just very excited to be able to finally read books again and participate in another readathon at the same time. So, until my next video, bye!